Hello everyone, welcome to soundproofguide.com. In this video, I'll be talking about how to soundproof your kitchen sink. Now, you're probably wondering, what is he even talking about? Well, you know those kitchen sinks that are just made of metal, the thin metal, and then you start hearing like the drip, 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 and the droplets of water slamming on the bottom of the sink? That can drive somebody insane. So instead of going out and buying a brand new kitchen sink, you can just do what I'm going to talk about in this video and problem solved for under 20 bucks. It's very easy. So stay tuned. One quick thing before we start, I get sent a lot of soundproofing, sound deadening materials, and I just don't really feel like selling it or using a lot of them. So instead, I'd rather just give them to you. So all you need to do is like, subscribe, and leave a comment in this video, and out of those, I'll just choose one of you and ship it right to your house. Now, if you don't have anything at home to basically get this done, the easiest thing to do is just to go out and buy a can of Flex Seal. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, Flex Seal, you've seen the commercial with the guy that's on the boat and basically tore up all the bottom and sprayed a screen window with this stuff. Okay, yeah, it's the same stuff. But this stuff, what it does is that it's a rubberized coating. So now if you go and you spray underneath the sink with this rubberized coating, it will add a little bit of mass underneath it that will actually deaden the sound of the water drops going on the bottom of the sink. So that's the easiest thing to do. Just go out and buy a can of Flex Seal. Now, if you have a big gash at the bottom of the sink, sure, you can probably just spray it with Flex Seal and problem solved. But yeah, I don't think that'll work that well. But maybe Flex Tape. Try Flex Tape. You can also use Flex Tape on the bottom of the sink. Now, this stuff is a little bit more expensive than your regular Flex Seal, the one that you spray, but the Flex Tape actually does work quite well by essentially doing the same thing. You're basically just unraveling the tape, placing it underneath the sink. You can, if you don't have that much of it, you can just put it at the very bottom. You don't have to cover the entire sink bowl with this stuff. Basically, just the bottom, it should do. Another thing that will deaden the sound, it won't work as well, but you can use duct tape. If you use duct tape is also quite expensive. So if you already have it at home and it's just sitting there, just use duct tape. Just unravel some duct tape, place it underneath the sink. And what I would do, since it's not as thick as the Flex Seal tape, I would just use probably 2 to 3 layers of duct tape. That would actually do the trick. Some people said, oh, can I just use electrical tape or something like that? Well, not really, because it's just too thin and it's just not gonna work as well. So duct tape would be the only household item that I can think of right now that would actually get this done. Now, another thing that you can use that you might have at home is something like mass-loaded vinyl. Now, if you've wanted to deaden the sound in your vehicle, let's say, you probably would have bought some self-adhesive sound deadening material to put inside the door panels or the floorboards of your car. Now, you can use that stuff also. Now, that is a little bit more expensive, of course, than just buying Flex Tape or Flex Seal, but if you already have it at home on a shelf and you're not gonna basically use it, you can cut up a square the size of the bottom of your sink and just place it underneath, and it'll just be so amazing. The sound will completely be deadened, and probably you can just get off the meds because of it. So it's actually not a bad idea to do.
Just a quick pause, if you like this type of content, consider subscribing to our channel. And also feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear your feedback and also your questions that I would do my very best to answer. Thank you.
Another easy trick that you can do to basically make a kitchen sink quieter while you're washing the dishes, if you don't really want to add some mass to the bottom, what you can do is just buy a sink mat. Make sure they're made of rubber. These sink mats are usually advertised as to protect the bottom of the sink from scratches because it's quite easy to scratch, especially a metal sink. So that's what they're advertised for. But one thing it does really good is to stop the silverware from slamming all around the bottom of the kitchen, bottom of the bare metal basically. So just add one of those mats. They're about $15 for a good one, and problem solved. Now, if you're wondering what type of sink is the quietest to have, so when you turn the water on, when the water hits the bottom of the sink, which type of sink material will basically make it quiet? Because, like it or not, a lot of people live in a very small, let's say small apartment, small condo, and they don't want to wake the other people up inside the condo or house. So let's say you're looking for a sink right now and you want the quietest sink. Let's say you have a smaller budget. Skip the metal sinks because those are going to be very loud when you turn the water on, and also when you're moving stuff around if you're washing dishes. So if you have forks and knives hitting the bottom of the sink, it's going to make a lot more noise because the sink is made of metal. The ones that will be a lot less loud are granite sinks. Now, these sinks are very nice. They look really good. But the thing is, people think they're expensive, but they're actually not that expensive. They're quite budget friendly. You can buy them at your local hardware store, or you can even buy them at Amazon. I'll have links in the description below of everything I talk about in this video. If you have a bigger budget, of course, a ceramic sink will be a lot quieter. That's usually what people have in the washroom anyway. So if you're going to be building a new washroom or you just don't know what to put in the washroom, ceramic, granite is going to work pretty well. But in the kitchen, really granite, it looks good, it's relatively cheap, and that's what I would go with. That's actually what I'm going to go with for my next sink. And I'll take pictures, I'll show all of you, and you guys will be so impressed. So that's about it. There's not really that much to talk about when soundproofing a sink. I had a couple of video requests, people asking, what could you talk about for soundproofing in the kitchen? Because there's a lot of things in the kitchen that makes a lot of noise. And some people just don't really think that there are ways to go about and make them quieter. A lot of people, like myself, if I wouldn't know better, I just go out and buy something else and hopefully sell what I have or just unfortunately throw it out. And that's what a lot of people do. But now in these times where a lot of people are just not really leaving their homes, there are ways to just use what you have at home, household items, stuff that you have left over from other projects that you can use to make things around your environment a lot quieter, especially for people that work from home. Now we have a lot of people working from home, and if you have somebody washing the dishes, I know myself, if I'm watching the TV and somebody's washing the dishes, it's so annoying. But at the same time, I'm grateful that somebody's washing the dishes. So I mean, I can't really say anything. I should probably edit that out, but I probably won't because I just don't have the time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Click subscribe, of course, like, click the bell, all that good stuff. I'm sure you've heard it before if you watch anything on YouTube. So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Feel free to take a look at many of our other YouTube videos and also some of our articles on our website, soundproofguide.com. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and also consider subscribing to our channel if you like our content. Also, feel free to leave us a comment below if you have any soundproofing questions of your own. We will certainly try our very best to help you. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video or any other videos in our channel. Thank you very much.